Okay, listen. Next, we will discuss the center of gravity. Already, we have learned about the center of mass. So, like it is also like that, the center of gravity. But the center of mass is nothing but the complete mass is concentrated at a point. Is assumed that the point is called the center of mass. It is here the center of gravity is nothing but a rigid body. The complete or whole total weight is concentrated at a point is called the center of gravity. So here it is a point in the rigid body where the total weight of the body seems to be concentrated. The total weight of the rigid body seems to be concentrated. It is called the center of gravity. So here center of gravity we have taken a strip, a thin plate. So the thin plate is rectangular shape. The rectangular shape is the centroid of the diagonal of this rectangular shape. So G is the centroid. So we can consider G is the center of gravity. So for example, so it is a scale. The scale is consist. So for example, it is downwards this point, and we put here. So at this point, so it is fall down. Next this point, so it is a straight. So because this point is consist the total weight at this point is concentrated, so it is called the center of gravity. So any particle or any rigid body, it consists of the total weight. The total weight is concentrated at that particular point, that is symmetric body or non-symmetric body. Anyone, the symmetric body or non-symmetric body, so it is concentrated at a point that all weight, so it is called the center of gravity. So here we are consider a rectangular shape body. So G is the center of gravity. So center of gravity. Next one, so it is consist of the mass small m when the downward direction, it is consist of the gravitational force mg. So when it is gravitational force, it moves downwards, but it is constant. So then the above direction, so upward direction is consist the normal reaction. Okay, the normal reaction and the downward direction is gravitational force. The gravitational force and normal reaction, so both are same. So it is upward direction and it is downward direction. So the translational equilibrium, it is called the translational equilibrium. Translational equilibrium nothing but the gravitational force is downward direction. What happens? There is no normal reaction, so it is moving downward direction, but it is constant because of normal equal and opposite normal reaction due to the gravitational force in downward direction. So translational equilibrium, that it is constant at a point, the center of gravity. So another example we have taken here. So it is a non-symmetric body, a stone here taken, or a cardboard, we have taken a cardboard. So this cardboard is coincide the total weight is concentrated at point G. So we have taken a pen or a pencil, the pencil tip here G. So we can a trial and error method. So we can use trial and error method. So it is put up, so like this scale, so like here, so we can use the pen, so it is fall down, so we can, so like that. So at a certain of time, so this is the center of gravity. The total weight is the cardboard is at capital G. So then, so it is equilibrium. How it is explained? So here it is consist, for example, it is consist of, it is M1 particle. So this is M2 particle. This is M3 particle. So it is M4 particle, M5 particle, and M6 particle. So 6 particle we are consider the 6 particles. The 6 particles is consist. So it is M1G, downward direction it is M2G, and it is downward direction M3G. So the gravitational force. When the gravitational force is occurred downward direction, it moves the anti-clock, so that is clockwise direction. So it is moves the clockwise direction. Again, these 3 particles, so it is consist of M4G. Okay, so it is consist of M5G. It is consist of M6G. Okay, so it is also moves anti-clockwise direction. So this is clockwise direction, it is anti-clockwise direction. So both are equal. So then what happens? Rotational motion is equal. So this type of rotational motion, and here the anti-clockwise direction of rotational motion are equal. So then it is equilibrium. So it is called the rotational equilibrium. The rotational equilibrium. At the rotational equilibrium, so it is constant, it doesn't move as clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So it is called the rotational equilibrium. At the rotational equilibrium, capital G point is the center of gravity of this cardboard. And again, so we have taken ith particle. So I is nothing but here I equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, like that. So ith particle, so the mass is taken Mi. So then the gravitational force is Mig. Okay, next one, so it is center of gravity. So here we are write the torque tau bar equals to, so it is Mi, and the gravitational force is Mig. Okay, so the gravitational force into the position vector cross Mig. Okay, the position vector and the gravitational force both are perpendicular to each other. So the equation is derived further classes. So here the torque, like that force F equals to ma, like here the torque tau equals to r bar cross Mig. Mi is nothing but ith particle mass, g is the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, here the total, so it is ith the torque. Next, so we have taken the total gravitational torque. The total gravitational torque equals to sigma ith particle of torque. So because of the gravitational force, only I is nothing but only one particle we have taken. The total gravitational torque is nothing but the total particles is consist of the torque. Okay, torque is nothing but like that the force on the rotational motion. So here, so we can apply the sigma. Okay, ith particle torque equals to r bar cross mig bar. So it can recognize mi r bar cross g bar. So it is both are perpendicular to each other. It can also recognize tau bar g equals to so sigma mi. So it is ri, sorry, it is ith particle mi ri into g. Okay, so here the torque, so torque is nothing but it is rotational motion. So it rotates, the cardboard is rotate as like anti-clockwise direction. So this is clockwise direction. Clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction both are equal and opposite direction. What happens? The torque, gravitational torque will be 0. So the zero vector or null vector. So then it can also write sigma mi ri into g equals to 0. So here acceleration due to gravity doesn't zero, so it constant value, set very low size. So the cardboard is very small size we have taken, so it doesn't zero. So then sigma mi ri equals to 0. So this point sigma mi ri equals to 0. Already we are seen in center of mass sigma mi ri equals to 0. So sigma mi ri equals to is nothing but the total movement of this cardboard will be 0. So for small symmetric bodies and non-symmetric bodies, the small symmetric bodies and non-symmetric bodies, the center of gravity and the center of mass are coincide each other. For we can concluded that for the small bodies, small rigid bodies, center of mass and center of gravity, okay, center of mass and center of gravity are coincide. Okay, this is center of gravity. And center of for large rigid bodies, for the large rigid bodies, the center of mass and center of gravity doesn't coincide. Large bodies is nothing but very huge bodies. It doesn't, the acceleration due to gravity is change one point to another point, so it is not equals to 0. So it is not coincide to each other. So then the center of mass and center of gravity both are doesn't coincide. So this is the center of gravity. Again, so listen, another method we can find out the center of gravity of a cardboard. So we have taken the cardboard, it is the cardboard. So we can hang at point A, so with using of thread. So what happens, it hanging and balanced at point A. The balancing point, the vertical line is joining point A to A dash. So the line, so we can draw the line A dash. So like here, so it is the thin plate. So we can thin plate here, we can hang here. So like this, the hanging. So the line, vertical line A dash. So like at B point, we can hang with using of thread. So it is stable. The line is joining B dash, and at point C, we can hang here. So what, with using of thread. So what happens? The line is C dash through the center of gravity. So this is hanging with using of a thread. A point A2, we can join the point A to point A dash. The vertical line we can join, we can draw. So again we can hang at point B, so with using of thread. So this line also is through the center of gravity at point Z, and we can hang C point and D point. So what happens here also, it is stable at equilibrium. This point is joining with D dash through the G. So this G point, the point G is center of gravity. So we can conclude that the center of gravity of a cardboard is the capital G. So we can use a pen or pencil tip or pen tip at point G, exactly at point G, we can balance this cardboard. So this is another bit, we can another method, we can find out, we can determine the center of gravity. Okay, so this is center of gravity. So we can discuss a numeral example on center of gravity. So we are learning another example. So the example number 7.4. So it is on center of gravity. So here a 3 meters long ladder weighing 20 kilograms leans on a frictionless wall. Its feet rest on the floor 1 meter from the wall, as shown in figure. Find the reaction forces of the wall and the floor. So here the ladder is nothing but, you know, that the nichana. So the ladder is on the wall. This is a wall. So BC is a wall. So from the wall, this is ladder. AC is 3 meters. 3 meters long ladder is leaning. Okay, leans on the wall. From the wall and the feet, the length is 1 meter. And what are the forces? So find the reaction forces of the wall and the floor. So it is 1 meter and it is 3 meters. What is the height of the wall from the ground, horizontal ground? BC equals to, so here according to Pythagoras theorem, we can find out. So here AC square equals to, okay, diagonal square equals to AB square plus BC square. So that implies AC 3 square equals to 1 square plus BC square. Means 9 minus 1 equals to BC square. So BC equals to square root of 8. It is also written as 2 root 2 meters. So it is 2 root 2 meters. So next again, so here listen. So it is gravitational force weight, W is downward direction, and the normal reaction is upward direction. The normal reaction is upward direction, downward direction is at point D2. So it is point D is the midpoint of A and C. The ladder midpoint is capital D. So it is downward direction of the gravitational force. The weight is downward direction. The normal reaction is upward direction. Then the ladder is stable. So the first equation is W minus N equals to 0. So this is the first equation. And second one, the force, when the force is right side direction and F1 force is left side direction. So the force is right side direction, it cannot slip, it cannot sliding at left side. So this use F and F1. So it is both are equal and opposite direction. We can take F minus F1 equals to 0. Okay. Next again F2 and also F1. We have taken F2 and also here the D here. Okay, F1 and the weight. F1 and weight is both are equal and opposite direction. So here it is taken the F1 and weight. So these movements of the rotational equilibrium, when it is moves, so when the force is this direction, right side direction, and weight is left side direction, it is moves clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction, like that. So the perpendicular distance is 2 root 2. So 2 root 2 into the force F1 minus, so the weight is W, and the what is the perpendicular distance? The distance from A point to E point. So what is the perpendicular distance here? Total is 1 meter. The perpendicular distance is 1 by 2 meter. So that equals to 0. Okay, it's clear. The perpendicular distance is, the force is F1, the perpendicular distance is 2 root 2. So here the weight is W and the perpendicular distance, it is half. This is also perpendicular distance, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So W into 1 by 2. So this is the equation number 3. So we know that the weight is given, the ladder weight, the mass M equals to 20 kilograms. Okay, 20 kilograms is the mass. Next one, so acceleration due to gravity we have taken. The acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. So then we can find out the weight. W equals to M into G, the gravitational weight. W equals to mg, 20 into 9.8, that equals to 196 newtons. So this is the W equals to. So from equation number 1, we can find out, okay, we can find out the normal. So N equals to W, that equals to 196 newtons. So this is the N value. Next one we can find out from equation number 3. From equation number 3, okay, we can find out the F1. So 2 root 2 F1 equals to W equals to 196 by 2. So it is, that implies F1 equals to 196 by cross multiplication, 2 root 2 is taken right side, so it is denominator 4 root 2. So that equals to 34.6 newtons. So we can calculate this value 196 by 4 root 2 with using of calculator. The F1 force F1 equals to 34.6. Again with using of equation number 2 we can calculate. So we can calculate the value, that is F minus F1 equals to 0. F minus F1 equals to 0. So then F1 equals to F, that equals to F1 equals to what? 34.6. So F equals to, it is also 34.6 newtons. Okay, F equals to 34.6 newtons. Next again we can find out F2. F2 is nothing but, so here F2 is nothing but, it is resolved as F and N. Okay, F2 is resolved, horizontal force is F and the vertical force is N. So F2 equals to, it is also written as, so according to parallelogram law, so it is a diagonal, the resultant vector diagonal equals to horizontal vector square plus vertical vector square. So N square plus F square. Okay, that equals to, what is N square? N is nothing but N equals to 196 square root of 196 square plus F square equals to 34.6 whole square. Okay, that equals to, so it is 199. So F2 equals, we can calculate, it is 199.0 newtons. These are the reaction forces. The reaction forces are F1 equals to 34.6. The normal reaction N equals to 196 newtons, and with using of the resolving, F2 equals to 199 newtons and F1 equals to 34.6 newtons. So these are the reaction forces of the wall and the floor.